If you want a perfect bite for your next party, these sausage and sweet potato puffs are exactly what you want to make. Ground sausage is mixed together with some dry ingredients. Add that element of thyme that really amps up the flavor, along with some sweet potato and a whole bunch of shredded cheese. Once that's mixed together, they puff up slightly in the oven, but they are the great little bite to have because you can just pick one up and dip it in a homemade honey and Dijon sauce. Can you think of anything better? I definitely can't. It's Christmas time here, and it's all coming up on today's Wise Guide. I love to have a party and I love Christmas, so obviously a Christmas party is a must-have. And at my annual party, I always try to think of different themes or dishes that can go together. This year it is all appetizers or quick bites. That way it's really simple for guests to come, pick up something little to eat, come back to the table when they want something else, walk around with a drink. It's a great festive way to just keep mingling and eating the whole day. I love that feeling, and these bites are exactly the kind of thing that you want to have. They're not like a cheese puff, they are not like a pâte à choux, which is like that dough you have to make. They're even easier. They just take some sausage, mix it together with a few ingredients, and once you scoop them out and bake them, you're ready to go. To start, you just want to brown your sausage. You can do it in the microwave, you can do it on the stove, whatever works for you. Just take a skillet and take your sausage and just break it up into smaller pieces. I find it's easier if you break it up in the beginning, that way you don't have large cooked chunks you need to break up. I like to use a sweet sausage that has just a little bit of heat. You don't want too strong of like an Italian sausage that can sometimes be overbearing, but just something nice that is definitely well flavored. Keep breaking it up as it's cooking into small pieces, that way it's gonna incorporate into the batter later a lot easier. Once it's all cooked and browned, you can just remove it from the stove and dump it into another bowl just so it kind of cools off. While that meat is cooling, you can just get ready all your dry ingredients. In a large bowl, place your flour, baking powder, and baking soda. Add some salt and pepper and a little bit of sugar. We are not overdoing the sugar here. It really just balances out all the flavors, but it also helps everything kind of brown up in the oven. Just whisk that together till it's all well combined and all evenly distributed. Add in some sweet potato that is just pureed or really mashed down well. For this, you could use some leftover if you happen to have it. If not, I just bake a sweet potato in the microwave because it takes like 5 to 10 minutes and it's delicious. Just once it's cooled, remove that peel and then just mash it with a fork. After the sweet potato, you can just shred up some cheddar cheese. I like to use a nice strong cheddar cheese so you really get the flavor, and I like to shred it up myself. That way it doesn't have any of those thickeners or starches on the outside when you buy the pre-shredded. Add all the cheese and then some fresh thyme leaves. Thyme is so delicious with sausage and with sweet potato, so it's the perfect herb to add in. And around the holidays, I love to use whatever fresh herbs I can find. Mix that together, and then add in all your sausage. It should be cool at this point that you can touch it. Add it in and then just mix it together. You can mix it with a spatula, with a spoon. I find it easiest just to mix it with my hands. Work it quite a bit and you can almost knead it until it really comes together as a dough. At first you're gonna think it's dry and crumbly and you're gonna say, this is wrong. Keep working it, keep kneading it, and all at once it's gonna hold together and be a really good dough. I find it easiest just to use one of these small cookie scoops or ice cream scoops to make these little balls because you don't wanna do them by hand. Just take a scoop and put them right into a parchment-lined baking sheet. You can really make them whatever size you want. The larger they are, the longer they would take to bake, so I like to keep them small, especially for a party like this, so you can just grab one, dip it, and go. Once they're all on your baking sheets, you can just put them right into your preheated oven. If you wanted to, because you know I love to make things ahead, you can make these, scoop them, and then freeze them, and keep them until you're ready to have a party. How easy would that be? So weeks ahead, you could have these ready to go in an airtight container in your freezer. Pull them out, let them thaw completely to room temperature, and then bake them. Once they're baked, they're not gonna puff up too much. They're gonna brown slightly, but they're gonna be cooked through. Just pull them from the oven, let them cool off a little bit, and then you just wanna serve them with a really quick sauce. And let me tell you, this sauce can be any easier. It's a honey mustard, and so there are 2 ingredients. There is honey and there is mustard. In a small bowl, just combine some Dijon mustard. Dijon is always what I have on hand, but if you have your favorite type of mustard, use whatever you have. Add in an equal amount of honey, whisk that together till it's combined, pour it into a bowl, and you are ready to go. It's a sweet and tangy, perfect accompaniment to these bites. I love that you can just pick up a little one, dip it, and then just walk around and talk to people. You don't have to worry about messing with silverware or something that's really messy. It's just so simple and delicious to eat. And I love when there are small things at a party that you can keep going back and you don't kind of feel bad because you're just having little bits at a time. It's the perfect way to spread a lot of eating over a long time. If you agree, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love to bring you these recipes, and for the full recipe, go to the description box. If you're like me, you love Christmas time, so make sure to keep checking back for more awesome recipes that I'm using at my Christmas party. Merry Christmas!